Welcome back to the EIS here in Sheffield. The Sharks looking to get through to the BBL Trophy Final and looking good as things stand at this moment in time. Still half an hour to go, ages to go in this game, but they're looking in decent shape, the Sharks.
Yes, they are. Great outside shooting. They've been able to basically come out and state their intent. They're not going to get distracted. They want to be in that big final in Glasgow.
Well, Jamal Tahori into the game for the first time, and we talked about their lack of depth. They've made their first substitution of the game. It's probably going to be their only one getting him in and out, but he's only played 12 minutes all season.
Well, you can look at it this way, Daniel. He's going to be fresh.
He certainly is. Well, Matt Lloyd, the coach, who did start the season as a player, is suited to come on if needed, but he certainly, that isn't in his plans to come into the game. I think that's fair to say. Tuck drives in, great pass from Tuck. Jemison jams it down.
Absolutely. Deadly within 6 feet. Bit of pressure here.
And here is the first touch for Hattori. Great pass it is too to Myers, and he gets a little bump from Demetrius Jemison.
He likes Jemison. He's pulled 2 fouls on him. He may have to take a seat.
Well, Babalola does get up from the bench pretty quickly, and I think he's going to go in for him.
Yep.
It is his second, and Jemison will sit down as Babalola comes in.
They broke that press fairly easily. Good point guard play, Haskins.
Haskins up top. Hurry fires up. Nice shot, first one of the game.
See, that's when you're fresh, you see? Great bucket.
Well, I don't think he's missed from 2-point range this season. 3 of 3.
There you go. He should have started.
Tuck spinning in under pressure, and the foul is caught. I think it's going to be Bland who's whistled for it. Wait for the referee's signal. Yeah, it is.
A tough one there. I thought Bland did okay there, but referee right on the baseline, kept an eye on it.
Probably just came across the arm, maybe, back.
2 shots to come.
Mike Tuck makes the first.
Watch for the Sharks to see if they can put that pressure on again. Maybe try and wear down the Phoenix.
Well, it's one of those things, if you've got the opportunity, no point in feeling sorry for the opponents. Make them pay. And make them work hard to get the ball over the halfway line, which is exactly what their Sharks are doing. That time they do it relatively comfortably.
Yep,
but again, it still takes 3 guys a bit more effort than they would have had they just had to jog forward.
That's right.
Myers. Tahori under pressure. And knocked out of bounds. It didn't hit the ring, so it will only be 1 second on the shot clock.
A 1 second play. Tarui obviously is a hot hand because they tried to set him up for that jumper.
He thought that he might have got caught. Hard to see on that one with the referee right there. The shot didn't go in, but it doesn't matter on the inbound because the Sharks come down with the rebound. Would have been a 24-second violation if it had gone the other way. Tuck to Holmes. Babalola, not sure he was ready for it, but he caught it. And he just absolutely barreled Thomson out of the way, as if to say, you can't guard me, and just eased his way to basket.
The fouls on Thomson, as you say. I thought it was a nice, strong move by Babalola.
First foul of the game on Thomson. That's the other thing with the depth you've got to keep an eye on, is the foul count.
Yeah,
it's actually only, I think, the 2nd foul in the game on the Phoenix.
Well, yeah, they'll want to keep it like that because, it could get ugly there.
Babalola misses the second, and Myers pulls in the rebound. 10-point Sharks lead.
Yeah, pushed it up pretty quickly.
Dory fires up along the baseline, and he could make a name for himself in this game.
You're right, Daniel. He hasn't missed.
Tuck.
Nice effort from the young fella. Playing a bit of defense as well. Talking, I can see him directing traffic.
Holmes' shot rattles out. Rebound Myers. Haskins, little crossover, nice move, drives to the basket, and Holmes
Smart player.
commits the reach foul. Yeah, made sure that shot was definitely not going up. Always looks worse when he goes up and you don't.
Yes, 2 shots to go, I think.
Williams will check back into the game for Bridge as Haskins goes to the free throw line for a couple.
Well, you know, the Sharks would be wary of not letting this thing get interesting. I mean, obviously they have an 8-point lead, plus 14 on whatever happens here. But obviously once we get into the second half and into the fourth, you know, anything will be a success for the Phoenix.
Well, I would imagine the Phoenix game plan would be, let's see where we get to by the end of 3, and then we'll make a real run at it in the fourth if we're somewhere. Level even would do, and just try and win the last quarter big.
Absolutely, and I mentioned that first game that Haskins played down in Leicester. I think they came from 22 down to a 1-shot game.
Although, if memory serves, it was Ches Marks hitting all the threes down the stretch, which won't be happening tonight.
No, but then let's keep Tahuni warm as Bland gets to the bucket where he's much more effective.
Holmes. Babalola with the quick step, drives through, kicks it out. Lewis in the corner, loves that 3-point shot down in the corner.
Well, that's the guy who has made a name for himself this season. Not too many people knew much about him earlier on, but he's come on against a couple of teams and hit some big threes. He can hit them up in a hurry. He's very, very confident young man.
Haskins with the pull-up, doesn't quite go. Lewis with the rebound. A little stop and go, drives to the basket, and he's fouled by Bland. I think that's Bland's second personal.
Yeah, it's a daft foul if it was a foul. No need to do that at all.
And that's the one thing with a shot blocker, you go after blocked shots.
Yeah. But could have let him shoot it. But yeah, he likes to play in bunches, Lewis. Very aggressive.
Well, he's at the free throw line shooting a pair. First one doesn't go. And the second one is clean.
Yep. You see a bit of the press again, I believe. No, they've taken it up.
Haskins directing traffic. He wants Myers to go through. Bland comes into the low post. It goes down to him. Bland against Babalola, picks it up, shot clock low. Thomson to Bland, got to shoot, gets it off just in time, but can't convert, and Tuck pulls in the rebound.
They took their time and they got a good look.
Babalola just goes right past Thomson. He loves that matchup.
Yeah, a few more steak ribs there than Thomson. Beautiful outlet.
Finds Myers, but it does take 8 seconds for them to get the ball. And even then, a few more to get into any sort of rhythm. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce tosses it up, not quite enough, and Tuck pulls in the rebound. Kick round to Lewis in the corner. Back up to Williams. Tuck. A little crossover, drives in. And Myers pulls it down. Myers.
Ooh.
Little head fake, drives in, dumps off to Pierce. Tuck got a little hand on that.
Would have been an easy.
Lobbed up towards Williams, didn't quite have enough on him. Ball bobbled loose and out of bounds, and it will be a Sheffield ball.
Yeah, getting a bit frenetic here. Sheffield don't need to get into that. They just need to slowly ease away as we have a timeout call.
Yeah, quick outlet pass from Holmes. It is there trying to, and Tuck just coming out of this. Say, let's just calm things down a little bit. We don't know, and I'm assuming that Coach Lyons will be saying a similar thing in the timeout, but it is a timeout that's been called by the Phoenix. Part of this will be about preservation, just trying to keep their legs for the long stretch of this game. They trail by 11 here at the what do you think in this timeout Atiba will be saying to his team? They're in a comfortable position.
Yes, they're in a comfortable position. What he'll be doing, he'll be trying to emphasize the fundamentals. He'll be emphasizing all those things they talked about in training, about how they want to run their presses, about how they want to make the ball safe, not have some easy turnovers. He'll distract everything he can away from the Phoenix and just concentrate on what they're trying to execute.
And the important thing for the Phoenix is to mentally keep in it, mentally just see the scoreboard at 11, don't see it at 25 as it is on aggregate.
Absolutely. Now, Matt will be saying, listen, guys, we've got to stay out of foul trouble. Let's not get anything silly. Let's continue to move the ball. He wants to tighten up on a couple of that pick and roll stuff that the Sharks are doing, which is getting them some drives to the bucket. If he can handle that, then he'll be quite comfortable if he can get into single figures in the next 5-14.
Midway through this second period of the second leg of the BBL Trophy semi-final, place at the Emirates Arena in Glasgow on Saturday. The prize for the winner against either Leicester or Worcester. We'll have highlights from that semi-final later on in the show. Babalola drives through, and nice move from Olin.
Very strong. If you let him get going, then it's difficult to stop. Oh, there's the first turnover from the press.
And Lewis converts. The foul is called as well. He'll go to the line for the bonus.
Well, that's 6 points in 3 minutes from Lewis. You know, as a young English player, it's okay to make a mistake like Thomson did there, but he compounded it with the foul. There was no need for that. He just needed to hustle back, not get himself into foul trouble. Here's where he tossed the ball behind Haskins. That was the first mistake, and here comes the second one, bang.
And more often than not, the second one comes after the first one. You try and make up for it, and almost invariably done.
That's right. Now we've got the two veterans in the backcourt, Myers and Haskins.
Thomson. Haskins round the screen, drives in, little high floater off the glass, nothing doing.
No.
And a good kick ball by Thomson.
He must have heard about all that money offered for Wayne Rooney by PSG. Thought I might get in there. But what he did was stop the Sharks' attack. Babalola is getting himself into a nice rhythm. So we've got to keep an eye on that.
Well, the referee just saying that the kick was in the backcourt, so if they wanted to throw it into the backcourt, they could. But Lewis says, no, I want it in the front court.
I've got 6 in 3 minutes. I want some more.
Kicked out in the corner. BJ Holmes from behind the arc. Sheffield shooting tremendously well. 7 of 10 from behind the three-point line.
Oh, that's a problem. That's a problem at any level, whoever you've got playing for you.
Half their offense come from the three-point line, the Sharks. They're almost ahead on just three-point shots. 21-23 if you just counted the Sharks' threes. Haskins fires up. Shot doesn't go. Good box out by Holmes. Look at the pace of him down court. Gives it to Williams for another one. That doesn't go. Thomson with the rebound.
Yeah. The Phoenix are going to have to really think this one through. They've got to take their time on offense. They've got to get good shots, but they need some rebounders. Bland's a big rebounder. He's not going to the offensive glass. That's not going to give him second shots. Without second shots, this is going to be a tough comeback.
Haskins. Little trap. Bland's got to shoot it with the shot clock getting low. Doesn't quite go. Myers tips it loose. Pierce after it. And Tuck is going to be called for a foul on what he thought was a 50-50 ball.
Great hustle by Pierce to chase that ball down. That's what I mean about the second efforts. They need to do that. It's produced a foul on a key player for the Sharks and also preserve their possession.
First foul of the game on Mike Tuck. Thomson gets himself a breather.
Back in play.
Pierce. Pierce drives baseline, gets it to
nice
Bland.
pass.
Bland finishes it off.
Nice pass from Pierce. You know, Pierce is a guy that can contribute. You know, he just needs to step up now. You know, this is his time. He's got to step up and make his minutes count right here.
Babalola. Lewis from behind the arc for three. That one doesn't go. Bland with the rebound. Rare miss from the Sharks from behind the arc.
Only their fourth, as you say. Oh, there goes Haskins.
And every now and then he does that. He just gets that quick step and beats the defense just on that hesitation as much as anything else.
He's doing a terrific job of marshalling the team. So, you know, you can't tell whether he's just taking the air out of the ball or when he's going to go. And he gets them all on the back foot. And that was an excellent move, pulling the foul and getting to the bucket.
Sharks leading by 15 here, 29 on aggregate. Lot for Cheshire to do.
The thing is, Daniel, you're right. They're leading by a lot, the Sharks, but they won't feel happy watching the way the game is going. They'll be upset about a couple of things, and you know, interesting to see how that manifests itself in the end.
And the timeout called by Atiba in this situation when he's leading by 15, so it will be something that he's not too happy with. And as you say, there are little bits. I know you're up 15, it's hard to argue, but there are little bits of improvement they can make that he will see.
Well, as a coach, there are always little bits of improvement that we can make, you know, and that's why I think doing this is letting them know that I could care less who we're playing. What I'm concerned about is how we're playing.
And of course, the other thing to bear in mind is whoever wins this game, their next game is going to be the BBL Trophy final.
Well, that's right. And, you know, for whichever one it is out of these two teams, it's going to be a big effort. It's going to be the Worcester Wolves or it's going to be the Leicester Riders. You know, both hungry as ever. Wolves hungry for their first ever title. And Leicester, you know, having tasted one, wanting to have another one really quickly. And
two of the form teams in the BBL, both Leicester and Worcester, unbeaten through February.
Terrific record for both teams. Credit to both coaches and organizations.
But one of them will not be unbeaten at the start of March. As I say, highlights from that coming up later. Mike Tuck backing down, and the foul is on the floor. A little bump, I think, on Myers is what it's going to be called.
Yep, he's thinking, well, I can afford to give one foul. I've been playing 16, 18 minutes. And there comes a big shove.
But they are over the limit. I think they only had one foul in the first quarter, and they've had 5 in this second. So free throws for Mike Tuck. That one needed a little help from the ring, but drops in.
Yep, and they're readjusting their defense there. They want to work on this press. Maybe need to use it if they get to the final.
And Tuck makes the second. Again, full court pressure coming. And almost think, well, nobody's playing defense on Myers. Why doesn't he just dribble it forward? Keeps looking for the pass off. I guess force a habit more than anything else.
Indeed.
Tuck and Myers battling for position. Shot clock down to 3. Haskins cuts through the defense, tosses one up, gets it up. Tahuri keeps it alive, but eventually the Sharks come down with it.
That inbuilt shot clock in Haskins' head got that shot off in time.
Holmes around the high screen, left open, fires up for 3, hits another one from behind the arc, his 4th in 6 attempts.
That's the circle of confusion, Daniel. They stepped out on the screen and nobody actually wanted to go back or stay at home, and BJ Holmes exploited that.
Haskins, 20-point lead now for the Sharks. Again, shot clock down to single figures from miles out. Haskins does well to draw eye and rebound for Myers. Myers takes it inside, looking for some help, can't find it. He gets his own rebound, and at the 3rd attempt, they get a score there, the Phoenix.
Wow. There's a veteran Myers showing Bland what he should be doing. He needs to be cleaning some windows.
Inside the final minute of the first half here in Sheffield. All going the way of the home side. Lewis gets it to Jemison, out to Williams. Williams rattles one out, and
ooh, Haskins
somehow comes up with it. Ooh, trying to find a way past Holmes. Haskins up in the air and threw it away in the end.
Yeah. He must have been playing a lot of horse when he was growing up with his basketball, because there was a lot of movement in that one. He saw a white shirt out the corner of his eye, but he was running in for the rebound.
just about a 5-6 second differential between shot and game clock. So Phoenix should get one back, a quick one. But Sheffield trying to run it down to give them as little time as possible. Tuck inside. Tuck off the glass, doesn't quite go. Jemison batting it loose. Tuck trying to fight for it. Tuck saves it. Jemison has it.
You don't want to give one up here.
Jemison converts. Cheshire have to be quick. He's going to have to throw it from about here now. Shoot. Pearce fires it up. It's short. And a 20-point lead for the Sharks, irrespective of what happened in the first leg. They've dominated here in the second.
Yes, completely. The outside shooting's been sizzling hot. BJ Holmes has just really piloted the ship. The Sharks exactly where they feel they ought to be.
Well, off the back of 8 of 13 three-point shooting, the Sheffield Sharks have 1 foot in the BBL Trophy final. They lead here by 20 at the interval. We'll be back with second half action after this break.